just wrapped up the marathon. Quick check out the hotel. Got the medal, got the PB. I've got my carbs laid out for the race as well with a handheld with carbs in it too. 6:54 a.m. New York City. Site's pumping. Glasgow is fucking pumping. Shout out to my boys in Glasgow. Time to be alive. Literally selling products that make people healthier and better. UK business. Today's launch day, UK, Cola, Bars and Raw collab. We launched these in the US, the Bar 3 weeks ago, Cola 2 weeks ago, and then Raw last week. So we've had basically 3 really big launches in the US only over the last 3 weeks, and probably the most common question is when they come into the UK. But because we make most of our products in the US, we got to make them, launch them here, and then ship them to the UK while we're doing all of that. So the product has arrived in the UK, it has been inbounded to the warehouse, and it's on the website in 40 minutes. And pretty much going to be available to everyone in the UK and at some point Europe, but that's coming next. Super excited, and it's perfect timing because it is marathon in about a week, and gonna have a little special drop of the Hydro Pack flask as well just next week, so give people the opportunity to get that and any fuel they need for the London Marathon.
What do you got here? Flat white.
Got Americano, double shot. Got this machine in the office. It's amazing, but it takes a lot of love. You know what I mean? You gotta like refill it. Sometimes you need that espresso pot. Yeah. Americano, double shot, little splash of the Organic Valley. Shout out to the Organic Valley milk. And a little bit of honey. We're gonna go hit some miles with David Perry down the West Side Highway. I am doing the London Marathon. We decided a couple of days ago to do it. I have been training, so there's no excuses. It's not like I've not been putting in the miles, so I'm going to go out today, hit a little 8 mile, and then at the weekend, kind of a bit of a test with the boys, and then I'll see everyone in London in about 10 days or so. Maddie's on the call. Early access is on. Shopify, log in. The site looks incredible. The website looks insane. The renders that the team did. Sat here post-op for a broken finger, worried about missing UK draw, but managed to have the op done in time to secure some product. Bro, two bar, like, bro, people's orders are big.
People are screenshotting their orders and sending it to you.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Like, fucking. Thanks, Mark. Hope the finger's okay. Appreciate the support. Bro, we're early access. We got hardly anyone on the site. Posting stories soon. We haven't posted on the feed.
Gonna go 12.
The site's pumping.
Site's pumping. 6:54 a.m. New York City. A lot of first-time customers. Glasgow is fucking pumping. Shout out to my boys in Glasgow. What a time to be alive. Literally selling products that make people healthier and better. Like, you know what I mean? In a world of like consumerism,
right,
where you can buy anything in the world, like we get to make something and build something that genuinely supports people on their goals, which is like a byproduct, right? Training is a byproduct, or our product helps people train better.
Feel free to like,
you train better, genuinely you look better and feel better, which helps you, is like the catalyst to doing everything, right? We're gonna go for a run shortly. We've used Cadence Core. I'm gonna run nicer, better, feel better. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna be better. I know it sounds crazy, but like to be able to sell something that I truly believe makes people, you know, achieve their goals, it's a nice feeling. Getting the carbs in.
Kind of hard to find a cup of coffee right
No
here.
coffee spots in London open at 7:30. I'm going to start a new business called Early Coffee London. It's 7:05 right now. Outside of Pret. I look so tired. Second bar of the day. Gonna go pick up the bib. Arrived in London late last night on Friday. The run is on Sunday. So we got like 24 hours till start. So this is the 24 hours pre-race. Get the bib, hit a little shakeout, hit some recovery. We booked a nice sauna ice at a place called Rebase. And then just gonna get the feet up and enjoy the day, get some food in, and get ready for race day. These are a hack, bro. 20 of these today. We got a new PB. What the fuck, bro? Give me your camera. It's on? Is it recording? All right, bro. How you feeling, London? Ready? London boys in the city.
We're back for action marathon. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm not gonna be in this vlog.
First major. I'm putting this in the vlog because I'm the boss. I do the edits. Man's getting ready.
Major, shout out Hercules for getting us.
Oh yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah, man. We did a lot of training. I was able to get a good build in with Ross in New York. You know, moving from California to New York and trying to train for a marathon is not easy. The weather's pretty frightful out there, and just glad that we were able to log some good training sessions before the race. And,
any goals for the race?
You know, trust the training, trying to go sub 3. I've never been close, but I'm feeling confident. I've been like on pace to do 3:15, and you know, I'm just gonna go for the big guns. You know,
shit, man, things ready, Rob. And what's your Instagram? What's your Twitter handle?
Instagram at use Cadence. My handle is www.use.
Anyone you'd like to thank for this race? Any sponsors?
I like to thank Cadence for getting me hydrated. I like to thank my parents for giving birth to me.
Making those fast feet, broski. Got the bib. Let's dance, baby. 69, 68. Quite like that number.
How are you feeling now that you got the
I
bib?
feel good. It's hard not to be around this energy. You've got people from all over coming together to suffer for somewhere between 2 to 5 miles, probably 5 hours. But yeah, it feels good. Had that feeling last year in New York when you like pick up the bib, you're like, now it's real.
Just make sure when you're doing the race, you run it your way.
Exactly. How the hell do you get out of here? Hi there, sorry. Ross? Bandit, bandit, bandit.
City's active.
I'm gonna take a water bottle out. City's active, bro. It's funny how like you do all this prep for, like I said, somewhere between 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then it's done, and then you just go back. Me and Alex were just talking about how lucky it is to be in a city to run, which is kind of crazy, which is somewhat of our job now to build the brand. So I feel very lucky looking at the city. I'm not going to cry at Big Ben, but very, very thankful to be here. And I said to myself, if I'm going to leave Anna and Bloom to go and run, I might as well give it fucking hell. So let's go.
So what do you got going right here?
Cold rice, honey, had Cadence bar, had scoops of this. This is a sample, core 25 carbs, mojito. So had 2 scoops of this in my bottle right now, with some Cadence core electrolytes. Had a Cadence bar, 40 grams of carbs. So like 40 plus 50, 90 grams of carbs, plus this is probably about 30 grams. I'll be about 110, 120 grams of carbs before I leave. And then I'll sip on a carb bottle on the way to the run. So I'll get in about 250 grams of carbs before I start the race. And then I've got my carbs laid out for the race as well with a handheld with carbs in it too. So I think the biggest mistake from the last couple marathons, other than just other preparation stuff, is just fueling and just hating the feeling of eating all this food. But me and Alex have been pounding carbs for the last 48 plus hours and definitely no excuses today. So cold rice at 6 in the morning. Electrolytes, anyone? Cadence, 500 milligrams of sodium, want one, sir? Good replenishment. Last two. Can't get your hands on these. Well done.
You do?
Electrolytes. Can, you got a can? Let's cheers. To the William Gooch.
26.2 down the hash, bro.
All right, just wrapped up the marathon. Quick check out the hotel. Got the medal, got the PB. Came in at 3:10 and 36 seconds, although London Marathon app hasn't updated yet. Alex fucking crushed it. 2:54 for your boy. But most importantly, had fun. A lot of love for Cadence out there, so thank you all for shouting the brand, shouting the name. Doesn't get taken for granted when you're suffering at mile 18. So I appreciate everyone who came out and showed love. But I had a lot of fun. Got to use the Cadence gels, the Core 24. Had the bar this morning, had the electrolytes in the car, had the carb powder. So it's the first time I've run that distance, basically fueling A to Z, pre, during, and post using the product. So that was probably the most exciting thing that we got to do, which was awesome. But yeah, awesome. We were in London, we ran, PB'd, heading back to Amsterdam. It's my birthday in a couple of days. So the old dog came here, got a PB, and cheeky pint of Guinness. Not a pint of Guinness in about 20 years since I was a pinter at uni. Probably won't have any of it. But honestly, it was good. We needed that. Had fun, which a lot of people talk about. Have fun out there, and I've suffered for the last two marathons, but this one, honestly, smiled the whole way. And I would say I've definitely got more in me. Running isn't as, I don't take it as seriously. I don't have the goal in mind, but to be out there about a week ago, I wasn't doing it. And to be here in the sun in London, get to travel for this, it's crazy to think this is our job. So I feel very appreciative. Miss my wife, miss my daughter, and excited to get back to New York. So thanks for tuning in. Cheeky podcast, cheeky YouTube.
Australia next.
Australia next. Going to Australia for 2 weeks to launch the brand. A lot of activations. We started posting that out, and a couple new products. It's just been non-stop from us lately. So appreciate everyone who's been buying the bars, the new cans, sachets, the Hydro Pack flasks, and our boy Will is out there smashing it. To think we ran 26 miles and this guy's running 3 marathons a day. We're going to go out, see him, hopefully finish a few miles with him, and then watch him break the record and launch in Australia in a couple weeks. So yeah, excited. Cheers. I think I sent Maddie a little agenda. I think it's important for a business to know, look back on where you've been, look forward to where you're going, and understand how everyone can create impact towards the common goal, which will be obviously success for the brand, but individual owners within departments. So this is the marketing team here. There's partnerships, there's creative, and there's everything else that falls in between. So we'll have different roles in the marketing department. Obviously, Cam K takes on 95% of the work.
Basically.
So yeah.
Investors,
operations, ads,
Spending all the money.
spending the money, bringing the money in. I live by the motto, you have to spend money to make money. It's pretty simple, right? So like when I'm flying private jets, when I'm going out to these, Michelin star dinners, I'm taking clients out, and when me and my girl are going out like on the company dollar, like ultimately that's gonna kind of feed back into make us $1 million. Happy life, happy wife, happy life, happy life, happy company.
All right, let's do
All right.
this.
Yeah.
Recap. Let's start with product. Let's start with the calendar. Let's start because everything kind of ties to probably like the 2025 marketing calendar, starting with like probably product launches because that drives pretty much any certain dates. And we split that into channel, and then we can look at how we build off of that. So if we start with kind of product launches,
I guess. What do I do? Like what went well, what didn't go well?
yeah, let's actually start with that. So let's start with kind of last 4 months. Some ideas for this is just like we can chirp in, but like wins from the last 3 months, campaigns, content, partnership, lessons learned, and then like things we could probably take into the next 6 to 8 months that we could do better. I think so.
Yeah.
All right, wins.
I was going to say bar launch straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, I think we hit everything well. Honestly, I think the only thing was like we're so last minute with the content. Like, not so much the campaign side, but just the
Rebrand was a
graphic
big
stuff.
part.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel so much of the.
Agreed. I like how we spent almost no money on the bar drop. Literally, like campaign was, I'll say, Hannah did it for free, but like, it's pretty nice to see that like you can go and spend $50K on a campaign, or you can spend $500 and the impact is the same. So like, there's moments in time where like Mango will be a bigger moment for us. Raw was cheap, bar was cheap. Probably our 2 biggest drops will be.
Well, cola we put a lot more attention, but let's for instance like cream soda won't take that much of a lift.
Yeah.
I feel like just with that on the social rollout, having like the split in the kind of look, so it was like 3 post campaign, 3 post renders. It felt disjointed a little bit. I mean, obviously we struggled with the render stuff as well, but I think we either just go one or the other.
I think renders have their place.
For sachets, I'm telling you, when it's not a I think the sachets and it's very technical. I think you can go much harder on like renders and tech packs for sachets because it's like key moments in time. The can is such a lifestyle product.
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to split out a little bit.
Renders are more for like education.
Yeah.
And it's like if it's a brand new formula, a render might hit.
Yeah.
Like here's every ingredient, here's a detail behind the ingredient, here's a close up. But like for cola, it's like all it is at the end of the day is like our same formula.
Already that is 60 posts, right? Like that's already a lot. Then you bring in this and we're going to be posting.
That's a lot too. That's like the filler stuff. That's like in between the campaigns.
Yeah. All right, we got May. I don't know the exact date.
It's a SweetGreen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So May is SweetGreen. SweetGreen. I'm like.
The what's? Yeah, I do think there's a moment. I think there's a campaign. I think we tell the Cadence community in New York, like this is our city. This is the city's moment.
Well, Chad's
This,
racing under
to
our name.
me, Cadence 2025 New York Marathon.
Yeah.
We need to be the most talked about brand in the city.
There's
The only drink 70,000 people want that week. I want to have a recap a week after every launch.
Like a debrief.
Yeah. If you can run that and be like 5 things that went well, 5 things that could have gone better. Next.
Yeah.
Everyone here comes with what they feel could have been better because we focus on what we can do better, and then think about things that we're proud of, and then we move on. We take it to the next launch. 2 is, while the rest of the business is running, like, what does success look like in Australia from us from a marketing perspective? Forget operations and sales. Like, what are we looking to achieve? And then down to the posts. Remind me of the posts, and then making sure that both John and Alex understand when they land in Australia with all the distraction what we're trying to come out with. to then Maddie plug into, you know, it's not just like this was a nice post with 1,000 likes. We use this for, because Herc's coming and I'll be there and George will be there and Will's there. Like we want to come away with phenomenal assets that can work across social and ads and everything else. So.
You guys can just talk.
How you looking, Alex? Dude, good. Shoot's coming along perfectly. We got a bunch of cool models that are trying out the flavors and kind of set up this cool little diner scenario. Like a lot of times you finish a long run and you go eat with your friends, so we're just kind of tapping into that kind of vibe. I think it's a great way just to naturally like release a flavor. Like a lot of times, like when drink companies like drop a can, like it's like a fruit in the background and water splashing and all that. So I think this is just kind of doing it a bit differently. So hopefully you guys like what we produce, and shoot's going out pretty well. I don't know how Ross is feeling, but everything's looking pretty great.
Heading out, I'm going to leave them to finish up. It's always good to go to the shoots. I enjoy this part of building the brand. I like the creative side. Obviously, Alex is always leading point, but it's nice to see how we're going to bring it all to life. So, big run tomorrow. We got a SweetGreen collaboration. Some wild postings going up in the city. It's kind of crazy to think that we're like back to back to back to back to back, and people are really noticing that. But it's crazy to think that we're going to have a SweetGreen collab run tomorrow morning, and then literally 2 days of sleep, and we're off to Sydney, Australia. So, all right, excited for this to drop, and excited for everyone to get your hands on it. Posters going up. Obviously the sun is not out, but work continues, so exciting. I think like out of home is like some of the coolest stuff for a brand. I don't know what the ROI is, but it looks sick. So. Yo, that's crazy. That's literally me and you, bro. Look. Hey, look at Alex with this fucking accountability season. You can tell, bro. Ski. I think probably like I think SweetGreen is a phenomenal brand. They do a great job of like content in terms of like just photography work of their food, of their product. It's very elevated. It's also, I think, much down to Nick. They've also like elevated and premiumized their food offerings in terms of quality in a big way. So the values of our brand and their brand are very aligned. So like there's no seed oils, it's high quality sourced ingredients, high protein, and I think their push towards consumers that we very much talk to is a big part of this collaboration. So hopefully we can remind the New York consumer that SweetGreen is a place they should be, post run, or if they want to continue to eat healthy food options, because I think there's been a couple other brands that have come to New York that have potentially taken market share. Fishbowl or Pura Vida, for example, and I also love the food. We eat a lot of SweetGreen at home. I think in the office, Cam, K, and Alex eat it like almost every other day. But it's just a great brand, public company, huge, many hundred locations, which then therefore could lead to the fact that it could be a massive business account for us. So multifaceted, but great brand, great product, and potentially a huge customer for the brand. So I'm excited. I think we don't do run clubs, so this is definitely more of like a run partnership. I think the feedback on the launch when we announced it was really positive.
A lot of people were excited for it. A lot of signups.
Yeah, I mean, we're not a run brand necessarily, and they're certainly not. And it seems like everyone nowadays just launching another run event or run club
But ultimately, I think people need to stop bashing run clubs so much, because if we're motivating and pushing people to move their body, it's a positive thing. It's very hard to take it as a negative thing. Yes, we're hoping you buy a Cadence or a SweetGreen, but this is all free product. It's free bowls today, free cans today, come move your body. And to be honest with you, like, what's the alternative? Sitting on your fucking ass? And like, you know what I mean? So like, you know, we're not trying to monetize off of a run club in a serious manner. And I think people like sometimes get a little bit offended by brands that are promoting running through the event space. But this is not a run club. This is a running event based around wellness and hopefully nutritious food and beverage. It's probably enough cans, though. I probably have about
Cadence X SweetGreen, week 1, that's a wrap. Miles ran, bowls smashed, cans crashed, bish bash.
Miles slapped.